If you're watching this, then you're probably really tired. Tired of just being labeled as the nice one, the reliable one, the one that everybody leans on until it really feels like it's too overwhelming and like you're gonna break. And you've probably been Googling things like, how do I stop burnout? How do I even find some peace here? But I mean, let's just be honest here. You cannot find peace when you literally feel like you have no power, you have no control in your space. Nowadays, a lot of women are waking up and they're realizing that just being nice is not a personality trait that you should continue. It is being too submissive. It's like being stuck in survival mode. And when you live in survival mode, especially if you've been in it long enough, your boundaries become negotiable. Nice starts to become things like over explaining, over giving, over tolerating. Today, we are going to change that. We are using the strategies of a philosopher to rebrand you from people pleaser to respected strategist, because this is the first domino. If you find this information helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. There was a political thinker named Machiavelli. And Machiavelli said that it is safer to be feared than loved. Pause. Because I'm not telling you to become a villain. I mean, I certainly do not think that you should have people fear you. Fear doesn't mean that you need to be cool. It just means that you need to be formidable. Create a shield around you. I'm going to give you a harsh truth here, but some of you are really addicted to being liked. You think that if everybody is really comfortable with you, you're doing something right. You might even find yourself with getting like a little, oh, that felt really uncomfortable in that situation when someone made a comment and yet you dismissed it. You don't need to get your emotions all over the place, and you don't need to get so angry in those situations. I understand that high value women do something a little bit differently. Respect is more stable than just seeking others' approval. When you are too nice, you just simply become predictable. People know that you're going to say yes. They know they can walk all over you, and they know that you're going to forgive them quickly and that you'll just stay quiet. Predictability becomes something that people can easily manipulate. And what happens to you when you find yourself resentful and upset? You might even find yourself confused, like, what just happened there? Have you ever been in that situation? So high value women do not beg for respect. If you find yourself in a situation where someone is not commanding you, you don't even have to explain. You can just walk away. And once you start to do that, then you just command respect. Your very presence just gives it off. And sometimes that means you have to be a little bit unpredictable, especially to the people around you. So here's how you're going to step it up. First thing you're going to do is you are going to stop over explaining yourself. If you don't want to go, say no. If you don't agree, you need to say that. And if somebody crosses your boundary, address it, no matter how comfortable it is, even if it's family. And trust me, I've had these uncomfortable conversations, but also recognizing that sometimes some people are not even going to hear what you have to say. So, no in itself is a full sentence. You do not have to keep going. When you stop giving people all of these long essays and explanations about how you feel and your boundaries and all of this, how you feel disrespected, you don't need to do all of that. Once you stop doing that, you really take your power back. Not to mention, you feel so much better at peace. At first, it might be a little weird, but the moment people start realizing that your emotions are not just something that people can play with and negotiate and pull out of you and then throw back in your face. You see what she did, how upset she got? Don't do that. Once you control yourself, everything really starts to shift. Now, let's talk about Marcus Aurelius. I absolutely love him. I cannot even remember how I came across it, but Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. He was an emperor and he dealt with war, betrayal, chaos, all of that constantly. And yet, he was very powerful. He said something very powerful, actually, that your mind is an inner fortress and no one can enter it unless you open the gate. Read that again in your spirit and let that marinate a little bit, because some of you have left the gate wide open to other people. Trust me, I did this all the time. You've left that gate wide open. What do I mean? I mean, you're reacting all the time to people's moods. You're letting conversations constantly replay in your head. Oh my gosh, she said this. Oh, they did this. Da da da. And you're letting somebody's tone ruin your entire day. Even a text message can ruin your entire day. I'm like, what? You cannot tell what somebody's tone is through a text message. So don't misinterpret things, because that is not power. High value women protect their mental space like it's luxury property. So here's the shift that I want you to do. I want you to shift to objective seeing. Objective seeing is, if somebody's going to yell at you, instead of thinking, oh, now they're disrespecting me, you think, okay, they're raising their voice. If someone rolls their eyes, instead of jumping to immediately they hate me, you think, oh, okay, their eyes moved up. Strip all of that drama away. Take it away. Remove all of the emotions, all of the stories, because once you do, then you're going to stop spiraling. And that is the goal. You want to stop reacting. And when you stop reacting, that's when you really become unshakable. Unshakable is high value energy, because that's what people can really feel. Now, here's your habit for the week. I call it strategic silence. The next time someone asks you for something that is starting to drain you, or even you anticipate is going to drain you, or says something that is even slightly disrespectful, I want you to count to 5 before you even respond. If you can't get to 5, you better get it to 3. But I want you to count to at least 3 before you respond. That 1, 2, 3, that silence, that power, that is showing that you're not rushing to please. You're not rushing to answer. It shows you're putting thought into your response. You're actually evaluating what you're going to say, even if whatever they're asking is worth your time. But people that talk really fast start to show insecurities. So be silent, because silence shows authority. And here's the secret: a pause will give you time to choose your response instead of giving away your power and reacting right away. That tiny little 3 to 5 second habit, that is the domino that knocks down that nice girl identity, because that old version of you is the one that reacted instantly. This rebranded version of you is much more strategic. So you might feel a little overwhelmed right now, maybe even a little invisible or underestimated. I've been there. But you become a high value woman. You feel much better about yourself the moment that you decide to just stop being the nice girl, stop being so nice, and start being direct. You become more powerful when you start to guard your feelings, your emotions, and put your foot down, respect your boundaries. And if you found this information helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. See you next time.